Hello, my name is Dr. Graeme Macaloney. I'm the master whisky maker here at Macaloney Distillers Limited. Today we're going to talk about different cask sizes and oak types. Every cask is made with oak, right? You can't call it whisky if it's matured in a different type of wood. It has to be oak wood. The industry standard in Scotland and in Ireland is white American oak, either in a standard American cask, or the Scots like to actually break down this standard American cask, which is 195 litres capacity. That's what this is. But the Scots will break the staves open, add a few more staves back from another cask, and increase this from 195 to 250 litres just by adding a few extra saves to this existing cask. And that's what you call a hogshead, right? Or a hoggy for short, right? So standard American cask is what we use because we don't recooper here. 195 litre standard American. The Scots will very often recooper this into a hoggy or hogshead, which is 250 litres, right? That is the workhorse of the industry. Maybe 90-95% of casks are in this format. However, real speciality distillers like us, but here at Macaloney's, we do a lot of wine casks, and they typically come in a European barrique, and a barrique is 225 litres. Okay, and again, it's white American oak, and we'll get a variety of different wines in this, whether it's Madeira, Port, Marsala, Moscatel, Sauterne, and the sherries as well, whether it's Oloroso or Pedro Jimenez. And so, again, this has become very much a workhorse for us. So these are the two most common cask types, and you'll see them in the background there that we use here at Macaloney's. These are more speciality casks, if you will. This is actually an Islay quarter cask, okay, from the island of Islay. It used to have peated whiskey in it. So that's a quarter cask. But this is a European sherry quarter cask. And both of them are actually 125 litres. Kind of odd why it should be called a quarter cask, because a hogshead is 250, 195 for a standard American, and a so-called quarter cask is actually 125 litres. So there you go, you've got 195, 225, 125, and the hoggies are at 250 litres. Now, in a minute, we're going to go take a look at a sherry butt, okay, and although these are all using white American oak, Quercus alba, you'll see that the sherry butt's just a wee bit different. We'll talk about that in a minute. So here we are. Here is the sherry butt. Okay, this happens to be a Pedro Jimenez butt from Jerez in Spain. Our sherry supplier is the same. He supplies Macallan, Glendronach, etc. Okay, so we get the best sherry wood in the world here at Macaloney's. And it's a butt, and a butt is actually B-U-T-T. A butt is 500 litres, right? So this is like a massive amount of liquid to the amount of wood, right? So the ratio, in my opinion, is thrown off here. There's too much liquid for not enough wood. And so we really don't use many of these butts, right? And instead we use the barriques, the sherry barriques, the 225 litre instead of the 500. That gives us a much better wood ratio. But the other thing that's fun about these butts is that they're actually European oak, okay, Quercus robur, right, or Quercus robur, whereas all of these other standard American and barriques are Quercus alba, American oak. So what's the difference? This is more porous, and it's a spicier wood. It has more wood spices, a lot more tannins that give strong structure and big body to the whiskey, but quite strong spices as well. And so you've got to be quite judicious in terms of how you use this. It's got to be with a big flavoured whiskey, like a sherried whiskey. Whereas the American oak that's used in the standard American casks and the barriques, it's a sweeter oak, nice vanilla notes and lighter tannins to it, right? And so as a whiskey maker, then you can have lots of fun combining American wood with Spanish wood or European wood, if you will. Now, it turns out, and there's a big misunderstanding here with connoisseurs, it turns out that the vast majority of Spanish oak casks are actually made from American oak, okay? You might think automatically that they use European oak, but they don't. The vast majority of Spanish wood, of Spanish sherry casks, uses American white oak. And it's much less common to have the European oak, but we do have a combination of those. So there you go, there's your summary of the different cask types, and I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks a lot.